Hey, you guys. Shay, I'm sad.
Me too.
We are wrapping up season 2, so we're going to do a recap today, and we're going to just talk about the season and what we talked about. So I wrote down just a couple of questions for Shay. I don't know if Shay got some questions for me, but we just going to have a conversation. What you got to ask, Shay?
I'm sad too.
I'm
so
sad
because it went by so fast.
It did.
And we love giving you all this content, knowledge, facts.
Yes.
But that's okay. And I do have some questions for you, Mo.
Okay.
So.
All right. You want to start? Or I want to start.
Yes.
I want to start.
Go ahead.
What was your favorite episode this season?
Favorite episode? Honestly, I would have to say the Black Cowboy episodes. I think because like the depth we went into on the history, the looks, of course, we were serving, and our special guest Najee.
And we did a fashion show. That was our first fashion show on Fits and Facts.
I would say that, that was like top tier chef's kiss.
I loved it. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Do you want to go back and forth, or how you want to do the questions?
It doesn't matter. I can. My first question to you was going to be, what was the funniest behind the scenes moment this season? Because we have a lot of them.
I feel like we just made one. We always want to make sure that we are having fun with you guys, and we make sure that we always have Marco on set with us here and there, and he's filming our behind the scenes, and then he's doing stuff. So when we do our videos with Marco, y'all gotta see our spoofs, because we have so much fun and it's so much laughter. So Marco, come here, Marco. I'm about to make him come in because come he's on, like Marco. Our special. He go good. But Marco, he does all our behind the scenes, and we love Marco. Marco is a part of the Fits and Facts family, but we have so much laughter with Marco. Yes. Do you agree?
I agree. Like, we always saying, "Where's Marco?" Because
our purse, but where's Marco?
Marco? So
that was a good one. What is some topics you want to talk about for season 3?
Ooh, putting me on the spot.
Right?
Putting me on the spot. Ooh, this is a good question.
This is a good question.
Look, we gotta get the timer. An episode, we had a special guest in the first season that talked about your cycles and women on our cycles. And so I really want to make sure we can do a follow-up episode, and we really want to talk about menopause because we didn't get to that. And so I think that's something that I'm like really excited to talk about. And I think like the mommy makeovers or just your body changes makeovers. So I think maybe the theme makeover as an episode and body proportions would be a great episode.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna add mine. Color analysis.
Ooh,
I think that would be a really good one for us. And then like I know a lot of stuff, but then a lot of stuff I don't know. So then like the researching and like asking questions.
We should make that interactive too.
Yeah. And so I was like thinking of a guest, and I think that would be a really good topic.
Yeah, color analysis.
A really, really good topic.
It would be good.
Yeah. Okay. I like that one.
So this one is, and maybe I'll answer it after Mo, but what episode challenged you the most and why?
Let me see, because I gotta think. I had a good question, and I stumped her. And then let me see. I'm actually go back on our notes. Our master. Because baby, we plan for all this.
We plan. Okay.
Nothing like planning. I think I would say fashion houses and showrooms. I mean, I know about them. I know designers. I know all that stuff. But like the actual, first off, definitions are a big one for me. Is hard for me to pronounce because I have a learning disability and a speech impairment. So I have so if you ever heard me like say something wrong or read the wrong words. Sometimes I twist things and stuff like that. So I would say that because it was a lot of big words with the designers and stuff like that. And so I had to like really put them in like AI and let them like say it for me so that one was a hard one for me. And then like really getting the facts and the information on stuff and then put it into like outfit form for you guys and make sure that y'all know like the styling and who to go to and all that stuff. So that was the hard one for me. I could really say that one. The fashion house and style rooms. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you the same question. I'm like, we gonna throw it back.
This was a good one, and I had to think about it. And I think, honestly, a couple challenged me, but one that really challenged me was the Black language. That challenged me because I'm so used to like, I understand the Black language, just our day-to-day use, but to be able to actually put the facts to it, to explain to the audience of why we say what we say, the history, that it was like, oh no, I actually got to really do some research. So that really challenged me, and that was great. I love that because I learned so much. And then I would say Fashion Week episode was also a challenge in the sense that Fashion Week has 90 designers on the average. How do you narrow that down to say these are the designers to flag? Or so that was a challenge of just trying to concise all this information you're getting for Fashion Week.
Because I know you doing Pepion editing and stuff like that. So I definitely I will say this season have challenged me just period because it's been information overload and I feel like I've been like and then just like life. You know, I know you have your 9 to 5 and you know we doing our fashion thing on the side. We're stylists, so. Yeah, I feel like this season was challenging because we wanted to bring y'all the fits and the facts. And that's important to us. And we also was growing. We was making sure our set was different. We was getting mic covers. We was making sure that we keep like the things that's, you know, our traditions, like how we show our outfits, you know, those things separates us, you know, and it's important because it's about fashion, you know, so we want to make sure that we are keeping all those things in our podcast. So it's been a challenging but a fun and very much so educational season for us. I would say, you know, so
I agree.
So what's your favorite thing about Fits and Facts?
My favorite thing about Fits and Facts is the fact that we are providing fits and facts. Of course, I always have to do a SWOT analysis on any project that I do, especially a business. And I needed to see what other people were doing. And there's really not a fashion podcast out there that combines fits and facts. Either you have like all the facts, history, or, you know, the news around fashion, but to really have stylists also, because usually the industry experts on the podcast are like the editors, the influencers, but to have actual stylists, you know, and then fits and facts being it. So I love that about our podcast. It's so unique. I did my research to make sure. So yes, we are a unique podcast.
We are. But I want to answer this question too. I feel like you. I feel like you're my other half. I feel like you are definitely fits too. And then I feel like I'm facts sometimes, but I'm facts in fits when I am telling like about stuff. But I feel like you're my other half because you keep me on a swivel. Like you keep me I gotta make sure the stuff is done. I have to, because we have a great partnership. And I feel like a lot of times, some people get into a place where the partnership, you don't have that even where that person, it adds to you. And I feel like you add to me and then vice versa. And I feel like it just evens us out. And the podcast is amazing. We're laughing. We say stuff at the same time. Like we literally did that like 2 to 3 times on this season. So you're my better half. Like literally on this, you are definitely my fit to my facts, you know? So, and then vice versa because she knows the fits too. So Yeah, I wanted to
Yes.
say that. I wanted to add that on there.
And Mo knows her facts too. Trust
yeah, I
me.
do, but
Because it shows in the fits, and
Yeah.
so like Mo actually leads in that department of like our theme that we wear for the show, so it's very intentional.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's history. That's knowledge. So give yourself some kudos too.
I will say when it comes to sewing and theater, baby, I read it up. Just something sewing, design, all that stuff. I definitely know. That's why like Nige is such a big part of Fits and Facts, because that's what we bonded on. We met at a sewing class, and we've been locked in ever since. So I will say, like, when it comes to the designer part, because that's how I started myself. I mean, I've always been a revamper since a little kid, but the actual I wanted to be a fashion designer has always been my thing. So that's something I know. And then styling was something that I had to learn in theater, and then like being in production and commercial, all that stuff. So I have a big resume, but this podcast is repetitive, and you have to keep learning it to be up on things, and that's what this podcast is about. So, Shay definitely bringing the facts, because I learned so much sitting here, and I know y'all learning from her too. So I'm just saying.
Aw, I love that.
But I wanted to say that.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Okay.
So let's talk about our audience.
Okay.
Because we're still building, but we have really been getting some engagement. We've been getting some questions. We want more questions, definitely. But I mean, what do you appreciate about our audience this season compared to first season?
This season, I feel like my best friend has fell in love with Fits and Facts
Absolutely.
now. And he gives me a lot of feedback. He loved like our personalities, because he like we are like better halves and stuff, and that's like how I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, and he also let me know stuff like, keep the beginning of it, and keep the making sure y'all showing y'all looks, and everybody looks, do more fashion shows, because that'll be fun. So I was like, yeah, season 3 we definitely gonna like here and there bring fashion shows, and he was saying stuff, and it like gave me an idea of doing our own fashion week, like on Fits and Facts.
Oh yeah.
So
I
just
love that.
because I was like,
that.
that's very true. Like we're showing fashion. He also said visuals, more visuals. Like when we were talking about stuff, like show the pictures and show the dialogue, so they know what's going on.
Right.
Because he was like, I'm visual, and I want to sometimes see, like if you seeing Tiana Taylor, see some looks, So that's what I got from my best friend. I feel like he does watch, and because he has sit on the phone and watch it with me on the phone. So cool. But he loves the show, and I want people to like comment more and talk to us, so we can make sure that we're doing stuff. We are doing our own research. We are like doing our own ideas spill out. We like when we're sitting showing you like our content, and we literally like we typing on a computer, we really are looking at notes. We just ain't typing the notes because they already was typed. But we research, and it's just something we do. So I would love for people to just let us know like what you want to see. And I think it is such a new thing for a lot of people that they don't know what to ask just yet. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, again, going from season 1 new, now we're at season 2, that I think the fact that we even just had some people just responding on Instagram with some questions, and even if we couldn't give you the answer, it's like they're starting to engage. It's exciting. I'm seeing the momentum with our viewers, and I know y'all out there because we see the numbers. So we just want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Okay?
And we gonna definitely do a lot of more interactive, because I think that's something that changed this season. We didn't do that last season. So we definitely want to bring that back to interact with the, having, people come on, models. That's why I said like have our own fashion week, Fits and Facts week or something, just so y'all can see us with fashion, us telling y'all fashion, because these things are, they're out there, you can find these things, but our way, like we in the Bay Area, so little things that we see and do sometimes is our region, like where we at, so yeah. Marco. Marco, we love Marco. He made like some type of ding sound. I'm like, what's going on? Keep that in there. No, I'm just like, okay. How do you think we can make Fits and Facts more fun?
I mean, we're already fun.
We are very fun.
I think I really enjoyed, that was another thing I really enjoyed about this season was the interacting moments with the guests. But even I think with just episodes with just us having those interactions, and I don't know, because I just think I think we just naturally is already a fun podcast, you know? So I think it depends on the topic, you know, think about those topics. But I think the interaction is going to make it more fun because it's going to be more, you know, engaging. And I also think that when we start doing more lives and just the whole flow of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, because we like have to introduce it into our world so we're learning and figuring things out. But we will get to that place. We try to make sure we eventually build a team behind us. I feel like Marco in our recorder studio is just the team.
It's the team.
But it'll be more. We do need some assistance. I would love that. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of work, a lot of behind the scenes, thinking about things, coming up with ideas. Yeah. But Fits and Facts is fun to do. Because it's fashion. It's, you know, we're learning fashion and it's keeping us being the best stylists we can be. Yeah. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of work though.
It is a lot of work, but I definitely have grown. It's a lot of work. Definitely have grown.
Yeah. We have this. We've been coming with the fits too. Okay. So yeah, it's a whole planning thing behind the fits as well. So yes.
Speaking of fits.
Yes.
Do we want to talk about how we decided to revamp?
Yeah.
These.
We can. Lovely. Do you want to start? You can start.
So, you know, Mo has the designer background. I'm building that skill set. So, but I love that Mo challenged me because it put me in a space that I'm not normally in, which is the design factor. And with the hoodie, I was like, what do I do with this? The first thing that came to mind was distress. I do love distress. My mom doesn't like it. Sorry, Mom. And then I was like, oh, stones. And I put the stones on, what's the drawstrings? And then what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to take this and make this hoodie revamp over the years, and I wanted to capture our milestones for Fits and Facts. So that's why I started with stones to remind me, like, when we hit 100K followers, that's a milestone, okay? When we start monetizing, milestone, okay? We already at season 3. That's a milestone.
That is a milestone.
So that's the idea behind my hoodie, is that it's actually in the beginning stages of just reflecting where we are, and it's going to continue to reflect where we're going.
I love that. So she came up with a whole storyline. I wanted to stay in trend because we are layering. I do so when I do revamp anything, I always think about what can it be next. That is a big thing in my brand. So I did cut it to be something else later. So that's why I cut it the way I did. But I did the layering because I can switch the layers. So I could take another hoodie and cut it and it could be a whole nother color layer. I could do a blazer layer. I could do all that. So that's why I came up with that concept. The actual cut of the hoodie, I can put a button up under it. I could put a dress button up. It's like so many things I could do. So I thought of it, how many ways I could style it. So that's where I came. And it took me 15 minutes to do. So I just, you know, it's just something I'm good at. It's really, really good at cutting things. It's a part of my brand. I cut the sleeve. So if I do wear a button up under it, you can see the layering. Layering is going to be in for a couple years. So yeah, that's why I did it.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. It makes me think we should challenge ourselves as how many unique ways in season 3 are we gonna be able to show this?
We can show it again and style it up. And I wanted to do it. I wanted to challenge you too, so we can show different elements of us as stylists. Because, you know, no matter what, as a stylist, sometimes you got to do stuff on set.
Yep.
you can't just be styling and thinking that's it. Sometimes you gotta step out of the box and you gotta maybe do like a safety pin pattern on a blazer and do it real quick and just to change that look. But it's so important to be able to do it and have that technique with you and that skill. So it's something that I love showing people with just myself. And the audience is here to learn. So, you know, if you are an upcoming stylist, put revamping in your world. It will add so much depth to your styling resume. And it also like really separates you from other people. So yeah, like even when we was in something with Law Roach, we'll tell side note later, but it was something with Law Roach put into his class that was a tidbit that I will keep with me for the rest of my styling career, because I'm good at doing stuff on the spot. So him telling us that tidbit, it helped me with my brand. And that's what this is about, you know? So yeah, take the ideas, you know, but we definitely gonna style it up so y'all can see us in the looks, you know?
Okay.
So yeah, do you have any more questions for me?
So we are coming to a close.
Okay.
So
because I don't have no more questions.
I mean, you know, we definitely talked about season 2. So do we want to give a little bit of snippet of what they can expect in season 3?
No. No. Y'all have to come back for season 3. Okay? Because we're going to give some snips. Y'all know how we did it for season 2. We gave y'all a little bit of some razzle-dazzle in the beginning. So y'all wait for our content, because we got our content coming up. So,
well, there
just
you have it.
You know?
Mo has spoken.
Yeah. So no. Sorry. But we're going to close this out and we're going to cheers, because we gonna always cheers it up.
Yes.
For season 3. It's coming, and we are so excited. We are thankful. We are grateful. God has been good to us in this podcast. So I want to say cheers to Shay. Thank you for being my ride or die.
Ride or die.
Fits and facts. Okay, cheers.